Hello, today we're going to ignore the mess behind me and look at me instead. So about a week ago, last Friday, that's not a week ago, there was a panel for Young Justice at San Diego Comic-Con, and a lot of stuff was revealed about Young Justice Season 3, which, if you don't know, is a TV series that we've been waiting for a long time. And let me turn this off the slate. So, I'm going to be drawing while you listen to a voiceover of me talking about all the new information and my opinions on it, so stay tuned. They released a trailer, so I, right here, have screenshots from all the updates on... Here, I'll give this person credit. The Twitter page, I'm a Kryptonian. So they were updating you real time. They were at the panel. They were updating you real time on every little, it's not sliding, on everything that happened. So I screenshotted all of that. And we are going to talk about it while I draw. There will be a video playing right now, and it'll be of me doodling some Young Justice characters. I was trying to practice like real quick drawings that I can maybe do like for commissions, seeing how fast I could do a quick doodle in case I ever wanted to do like commissions at a Comic-Con. It took me like 15 minutes per one of these, so I don't know if that's bad or good. They're not that great, so I don't know. I thought I drew faster than that. It's strange, but there you go. I already did 3 of them without recording, but I decided to record the last 2. I will start at the beginning. The first thing being shown was the trailer, and this person, I don't think they knew it was a trailer because they were just saying it was some footage, but basically if you want to look at it, if you want to watch it, you can just look up Young Justice Season 3 trailer and it'll pop up. But it starts out with Artemis in bed looking at a picture of Wally, then some scenes of characters, like new characters and old characters and new suits and stuff. And then it gets into like the talking part of the panel. So Greg Wiseman said, who's the creator, he said, "We made the best binge watch cartoon just 5 years too early." So this is the type of show that you can binge watch. You can sit down and just watch the whole thing because it keeps you on edge and you're excited about the whole thing. But binge watching wasn't a thing 5 years ago, so that's why it failed. People weren't binge watching series 5 years ago, so they weren't doing well. That's why they had to cancel the show. So the plan for Young Justice Season 3 didn't change much from their initial plan before this season was canceled. So if you don't know, Young Justice Season 2 was released apparently 5 years ago. I don't know. I didn't start watching it until like 2 or 3 years ago. But then they canceled it. I think it was because they weren't selling toys. Now, the spoiler for Season 2, but it's been out for 5 years. And if you want to go watch it, don't listen to this, plug your ears for like 10 seconds, but if you know, as you know, Wally died on the last episode, so it left off as a cliffhanger, but then they canceled the series, so they never like elaborated on that. So whatever they were planning to do for Season 3 while Season 2 was out, and then it got canceled, they said they didn't change much from that initial plan. They just had to wait 5 years to finally put it into production. Okay, so basically, what I'm getting from this one is it says they opened up all of the different ideas that they had from previous seasons to see if they wanted to elaborate on anything, but they didn't add it to the season because they already had the plan from Season 3 5 years ago. So the big storyline plot for Season 3 is meta-human trafficking, and that's what they said, that it would give them more mature themes, so I'm thinking that's what they mean by that, because hey, that's a little bit dark. Season 1 and Season 2 had, I think, a 5-year time gap, so they are not revealing the gap between Season 2 and Season 3. So I don't know how much. I hope it's not that big of a gap, but like Garfield and Bart looks a little bit older, like not that older, but a little bit older, because they were like 10 before. And then the others look a bit older too, so I think they're at least adults by now, but I don't think it's that much time. Maybe a lot of time, maybe another 5-year gap, but I'm kind of hoping not, because that means they'd have to go through 5 years without spoiler Wally. But they said they wanted to try different characters for Season 3, which I'm okay with, as long as the characters include Stephanie Brown, because she's my favorite character. But I'm not a big fan of this whole Outsiders thing. I'm sure it'll be great, like the Outsiders group. I'm sure it'll be great, but I'm not familiar with any of the characters, which I guess is their point. They're trying to introduce new characters and stuff from comics that got abandoned. But I'm sure it'll be good, but I hope they don't like trash the old characters that much. So the new characters don't know if they want to be heroes or outsiders, unlike the show's original characters who were sidekicks and they wanted to be more involved as heroes. So then they started to announce new voice actors for all the new characters. Geoforce will be joining Young Justice in season 3 along with a whole bunch of other people, but they're all just comic book characters. A lot of them are not as known, which is kind of cool, but Artemis at the start of season 3 is still grieving while she tries to move on with her life. And again, watch the last episode of season 2. Ooh, I just lost it. If you are confused by that. Then they started talking a bit more about the designs of the characters for season 3, which again, they didn't say much on this page, but they mentioned that Deathstroke will not have a ponytail, so woo, yay for that. They said the character designs are more darker and mature for this season because they can do more maturity since it's no longer on Cartoon Network, and instead it's on their own streaming service, which if you didn't know, DC's having their own streaming service, and I low-key want it because you get all these different original DC shows, DC movies, DC comics, and it's like $7.99 I think a month. If I had money, I would get that. Then they started talking about Forager, who's a true outsider, a different species from a different planet. He sees the Earth from a different perspective. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. One of the original outsiders from the comics will appear in Young Justice season 3. So apparently these people aren't that tightly bound with the Outsider comics, but so the Outsiders comic book influenced Young Justice season 3. So they're not like taking it and putting it in TV form. They're just like influencing it, kind of getting like inspiration from it. So then they started taking questions from the audience, so there's just information the person gathered from that. They said they wouldn't spoil anything, but that's kind of a given. Okay, another spoiler from season 2, so if you're looking to see this episode, don't listen for the next 30 seconds. So it said Wally West's passing is a huge factor for the teens' lives in the Young Justice season 3. English is so good right now. They confirmed that there would be no Teen Titans team in the Young Justice show, but then I'm kind of thankful for that since Young Justice is greater than Teen Titans. But there might be some characters from Teen Titans. So we already have Robin, but he's now Nightwing, and now nobody, I think, no, he's Nightwing still. He was just wearing a stealth suit. But we might see like Raven, or we already have Beast Boy also, but we might see like Raven or Starfire. So they also said that on the streaming service they'll not only have season 3, but they'll also have season 1 and season 2, which I assumed so, but they said nearly every character from season 1 and season 2 comes back in season 3. They said they're not short on character quantity. That means there is no limitation to the characters that they can put in this show, so I hope they pull Infinity War and find a way to incorporate all of it, which is pretty sweet. I like that. I like all the characters, and yeah, that's all I got, and from the panel screenshotted that I saved. Now we're going to talk about my personal opinions. So I'm very excited for this. I've been waiting for a while. It was going to come out fall, late this year, late 2018, but then they pushed it back to 2019, and we don't have a release date yet, so I'm really hoping it releases early 2019 because I want to watch it. It's just such a good series, so I don't think they can really do it wrong, but I'm just hoping they don't, like, focus too much attention on the Outsiders, and if they do, then they make us love them just as much as we love the original characters. Also, in the trailer, there was no Stephanie Brown, which was my main excitement for this show, because I think the Bat fam needs more appreciation, especially in animation. There's a lot of Bat family, like not really full Bat family, but I mean like Batman and Nightwing and Damian kind of movies, but I think just overall the Bat fam needs more appreciation, and there's like no Batgirls anywhere ever. So I was really excited. Batgirl was in season 2 of Young Justice, but she wasn't that significant, so I'm hoping they don't just do that with Stephanie. And Tim was kind of a decent, like, good character, so I just need a whole series on Tim and Stephanie, guys, just a whole series, but maybe that's biased. Also hoping that they, spoiler, bring Wally back. You know, you guys know why they didn't have Stephanie Brown in the Young Justice trailer, because any scenes with her in it would be a spoiler. Get it? Because she's a spoiler. That's her superhero name. I stole that from Tumblr, so I think this has been fun, you know, talking about Young Justice. And I know this video won't be that interesting for people who only like art or who only like Young Justice, but that tiny little sliver of people who like both, I hope you enjoy this video. It was really fun making it. I had a lot of fun just talking about stuff I like and stuff that goes through my head while drawing, which is something I also like, and it's been fun. So I'm going to try this new thing at the end of my videos where you guys are going to ask me questions and I'm going to answer one of them every video. So ask your questions in the comments down below and make sure you let me know that it's for my future video, or else I'm just going to answer them in the comments, okay? And it won't be featured in a video. But thanks for watching. If you're interested in more content like this, subscribe. You know what to do. I'm assuming you've watched YouTube before. So whatever all those other people say, do all that YouTube stuff, and bye.